He forgot the sunglasses.
I had to bring the glasses. Ronald, you thought I was going to forget them at the house? What you thought this was, man? What's up with you, Ronald, my brother, man? Ronald always laughing at me, man. But it's another show, NBA Talk with Jay. We live from the hotel, man. I don't give a damn. It's 77 degrees here where I'm at, man. We're cashing today. There's so much going on, Ronald. We living life, man. We happy. Y'all know what's going on, man. We cashed nicely yesterday, but yesterday was yesterday. It's all business. Ronald Cobain at @U_Capper on Twitter. What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. I think I had a great day yesterday. 3-0, 2-0 in the NBA, and then 1-0 in the MLB. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep it going right now. We're gonna cash today, right?
Let's keep it going. What have I been saying? Man, I got enough shirts. We got to make another shirt, man. We will win today. I don't know why I've been like talking shit into existence. Ronald got the Us Against the Bookie shirt. I got every shirt over here. I go put every shirt on right now. I should switch some things out, man. But it's all business here, man. It's all business. Quick show today. Hopefully the internet lasts, man. We live, man. But let's go, man. Let's go over here straight to the streets of Toronto here, Ronald. It's 3-0, right? And big shot. The game shouldn't even went to overtime. Precious Achua, come on, man. You got to hit your free throws and shit. So Now Nick Nurse did say it's not 3. Obviously, we're down 3-0, but we got to get it to at least 3-1. 3-1 at least has been done before. It's a tough game for me. I don't want to mess with it. I still think that the Raptors can come out with something first quarter, first half. That's my lean here. I still think they're the type of team where they don't want to get smacked. Even if they do lose the full game, they're still going to come out with something. They're not going to go down easy here, Ronald. What do you think about that? Do you have a bet in this game?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously they're down 3-0. They're going to want to come out with a sense of urgency here. But to me, man, I think they're just looking overmatched at this point. I mean, it's kind of looking like a sweep, like you said. Maybe Toronto takes the early game part of the game, but then Philly wins outright. Offensively, Maxey and Harris really. I think what set this off was Maxey and Harris starting off the series really hot, and that really opened up the floor for Embiid to get more scoring opportunities as the series goes on, because he's increased his point production every game throughout the first 3 games, and then Maxey and Tobias they decreased theirs, obviously because they put more Toronto put more pressure on them to pass off the open shots or whatever it might be. But and the other thing too, the Raptors, they look tired. I mean, they pretty much played a short rotation throughout the whole regular season, and it's finally catching up to them. I also lean to the over. Like I mentioned, the whole sense of urgency thing, and that usually leads to pace. And also the thing is that the closing total has come down a lot from when they first started the series, and the fact that they scored a combined 205 in the OT game, that kind of gives us a better value if you want the over as well, because they brought the total down because of that. And then the Sixers, obviously most of the time when you see a team shoot over 50%, you're like, all right, they're not going to be able to do that again. But Sixers done it 3 straight games in a row. So at this point, you're not looking for a letdown offensively. So obviously the Raptors are going to have to score to keep up with them. As long as they limit their turnovers, I think this game just flies over the total.
I'm glad you bring in some with a total look there, because I hadn't been looking at a ton of totals in the playoffs. But I mean, we've talked a few unders out, but I'm glad you're looking at the over in this one. I definitely think it could. And obviously, when y'all know how I like to look at things psychologically. If the Raptors are losing this game and are down 10 in the fourth quarter, obviously, you start making vacation plans, and you probably won't see as much defense. And even if they win, that means they'll bust out offensively like they did in that first quarter. They were up 18. Man, in that first half of that game. But you know what? Like my guy Max in the chat says, I'd rather talk about some shirts than this game, man. It's a tough one for me. I mean, I understand everybody liking the Sixers here. My three is I don't necessarily think it'll be that easy. It could be 1-2-3 Cancun, but Embiid, just a little inside info. Ron didn't even know this, that they were saying that Embiid was playing. He was practicing with a little, obviously he has the finger injury, but he was practicing with a little knee brace on as well. He had a visible knee brace on yesterday. It kind of had some pain in his knee. So maybe Embiid in 100%. That's just what I'm reading, guys. I don't have a play on this game, but if I'm betting it, it's Raptors first quarter and first half for me. Those will be my top leans. I can't lie to you. Personally, I may sprinkle or some on. I'm finna go to one of these sports books, man, and put some action down, but there's nothing official there. I think the Raptors will come out with something here. They're not the type of team that's just gonna let down and curl up. See what I'm saying? It's still gonna come and fight. Doesn't mean they're gonna win the game, but to start off, yeah, Raptors first quarter, first half. The only thing that I would look at, we're going over here to the streets of Utah, and I brought the streets of Dallas with me. You know what I'm saying? The people in the chat probably know, Ronald. It's obvious.
They know.
I don't want to talk too much, but when I bring out this jacket and I bring out this hat, it's time to take the Mavs. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't have nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is a lie. Somebody called me yesterday. I need a lie. We don't say that word. That word doesn't exist. Not even in my vocabulary. But I like the Mavs today, Ronald. The Jazz should not be laying 6 points, in my opinion, Ronald. They shouldn't be laying points to anybody. They're ready to go home. Donovan Mitchell, I'm watching a post-game interview. Mitchell don't even talk with a lisp. Boy, can't wait to go to another team. Snyder, man, I think the Jazz are done, guys. Just my assumption of these games. I'm not gonna say they don't have any shot. I really think the Mavs have their number. They have these guys figured out. Ronald, think about it psychologically. If you're the Jazz, you come home game 3. That's your spot. If you're gonna show up in something, bro, these motherfuckers down 17 points, bro. At the half. No, I don't trust the Jazz. No, I trust the Mavs, though, and they're pissed, even more pissed. O'Neal, you can't stop Brunson. You're going to try to hurt him? This team is pissed. I think the Mavs plus 6, man, for me, man. Ronald, what you – could you talk me off?
Definitely not. We're on the same wavelength there. Obviously, the Mavs have pretty much owned this Jazz team throughout the whole regular season and in the playoffs, obviously. The Mavs 6-1 against the spread against the Jazz throughout the regular season and the playoffs. The one loss against the spread was by the hook. And Brunson, they're doing this without Luka, man. And Brunson has been balling. They're getting strong support from the other role players too, like Cleaver and all those guys. I mean, they're doing what needs to get done so the Luka can rest. I mean, Luka right now, he's a game time decision, but I mean, I don't know. We talked about this right before the show. It's fine if you don't play. But obviously the line's is gonna move, whether he plays or not. So that's one thing to look out for as far as the line goes. But like you said, the Jazz on the Jazz side, they just look off as a team. They're definitely not as in sync. They don't have the chemistry like they did in previous playoffs, previous season period. I mean, and then on the trend side, to support the Mavs here, 10-5 against the spread as road dogs in conference games, and if it's against a winning record team like the Jazz, they're 9-3 against the spread. So there's support there on the trend side as well. I'm with you, man. Mavs plus 6. I wouldn't be surprised if they win another one.
I wouldn't be surprised either. We own these boys. What's this? No, I'm not Salt Bay. That's a little sprinkle, man, on the money line right there. Brandon Lowry, I appreciate you in the chat, man. $25 tip, man. What do you say? I appreciate it. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. You got to throw this coming up there, man. But yeah, Mavs plus the 6 for me. I like it. Anything can happen. Nothing's guaranteed. In theory, the Jazz supposed to bounce back here. Yeah, but in theory, you don't come out game 3. The last thing I'll say about this one, Jason's kids talking about his team. They're connected. They're playing for each other. They like each other. They're playing good ball in Florida. They want to see each other win. You see what I'm saying? They're a family. The communication is there. It's just funny because it's like he knows that the Jazz, everything he was saying, it's the exact opposite for the Jazz. They're disconnected. They don't like each other. They're not sharing the ball. I see footage of these guys fighting in the timeouts, guys. Mavs plus the 6. I just feel like they found something. They figured this Jazz team out. The Jazz are not playing defense right now. Mavs hitting their threes. They'll probably win this game by double digits, my guys. The Jazz can't fuck with us. I'm sorry. I just had to say. Excuse my friends. Let's go over here to the streets of Brooklyn real quick. We got the Nets here laying 3, Ronald. What? Down 0-2. Come back to the house. They're laying. Yep. They're in 3.5. They're laying 3 for the full game, Ronald. Why is it 3.5 in the first half, man? Is down? Is this a big energy spot for the Nets here in the first half? What are we doing? You like some of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about sense of urgency. This is a must-win game for the Nets here. I mean, from a spread perspective, I know the Nets kind of like they really didn't do well at home or in travel situations during the regular season. But at this point in a must-win situation, though, you can throw those trends out the window. It's a different ballgame here in the playoffs, and especially when you have players like KD and Kyrie on the court. I mean, just looking at how both games went so far in the series, Nets should have won that first game, and I mean they came back in the fourth quarter, ended up losing in that last second layup. I feel like that was a just a timely play there by the Celtics. Obviously they were, passing the ball around. They got the open look, but I mean it was so tight as far as like the window that they had to do that. It almost seemed like a lucky play in my opinion. But they had and then in the next game they had a 5-point lead heading into the fourth and pretty much just collapsed. They got outscored 29-17 in the fourth to end up losing that game. I think to me the Nets have to win this one, and I feel like they will. I mean, I can't see KD having another shooting day like this. And another thing, like you mentioned, like starting off the game real strong. Last time KD had a game like this, I think he went like 5 for 17 or something like that. The next game, the Nets scored 40 in the first quarter. I mean, I feel like this is another thing where KD is just going to bounce back offensively, and the Nets are going to rally around him in that first quarter, especially to make sure that they get onto a nice start, especially at home. And on the Celtics side, typically when the books have them as road dogs, they haven't done too well. 2-9 straight up as road dogs in conference games, including 1-6 against the teams with a winning record. So there's things here to me pointing towards the Nets early and possibly covering the game outright.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that stat there with the 2-9 as road underdogs. It comes. I like that, man. I like the Nets here, guys. You see this line flip heavily as well, so it's coming down. I think this series is going 7 games. I'll tell you that. I think the Nets win game 3 and game 4, and I think this series all the way is going 7 games, no matter who wins. I do think the Celtics will get it done game 7 at the house, but I see this series going 7. Man, the Nets showed even in Boston. Now they do play better on the road. I will say that. You see what I'm saying? But these guys. I really do feel like that they come out with the energy, and you said it, Ronald. They come out with the energy even on the road. Why can't they do it at the house when the crowd is behind them? You see what I'm saying? Obviously, Kyrie, I think the Ramadan is over. I think he can eat now, so maybe he got a little bit more energy. KD coming off a bad game. He went, 4 for 17, 4 for 16, something like that. Didn't have a good game. They got outscored 29-17. They had a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter and got outscored 29-17. That's in Boston with their home crowd. Lost game 1 on the last second bucket, so I can see them coming out kind of down on themselves on their second game. You see what I'm saying? This is the game they bounce back. Smaller plays for me. I took Nets first half -3.5, full game as well -3. It's the exact same thing as yesterday. I had Hawks first half, full game. In the desperation spot, energy, motivation, top intensity, you see what I'm saying? Peak motivation and sense of urgency, smaller plays, and then we had the top play, and that's exactly what we're doing today. Nets, smaller plays, first half -3.5, full game -3, and I wouldn't talk you out of the first quarter as well. I wouldn't. That's where it starts at the first quarter, my guys. Last game up. Let's go over here to the streets of Minnesota. I worry about their psyche. I worry about their head, Ronald, after getting you're up by 26 points at the house in a pivotal game 3, right? And then you lose that game. That's going to be in their head. You know that the other team is really better than you. Then when you get up by it's supposed to be over with, and they come all the way back, and that's the Grizzlies, right? That's what they do. They don't give up. You know how I see it going? I can see the Wolves coming out hot once again. First quarter, I didn't bet this game. First quarter, first half, and then I can see the Grizzlies coming back in full game and asserting their you know what I'm saying, their greatness over these guys. So just leans. You like some in this one?
Yeah, I feel the same way. To me, I haven't put a bet on this game either yet. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I lean the Grizzlies in this one too. There's just a clear coaching advantage here on the Grizzlies side. There's also a lack of professionalism on the Wolves side. I mean, just think about it. When the Wolves advanced from the play-ins, they were celebrating like their job was done, like they won the championship. I mean, that's not how you react in that type of situation. And then you see the team like the Grizzlies who were down 20 plus twice in the same game come back. I mean, it pretty much just shows that they have no quit in them. Jenkins, I feel like he's one of the top minds in the NBA right now. Obviously, he has their team motivated and ready to go. They dominated the second and fourth quarter too. That shows like the disparity between the depth of both teams, like the bench play. Because obviously the second quarter, that's when your bench play is important. Fourth quarter, obviously your starters are going to be there towards the end of the game. But to start that fourth quarter, the Grizzlies went on a massive run. And then and another thing about the coaching part, they didn't even call timeout. No timeout.
I'm right there with you.
I was like, what is going on here? I mean, that was not a problem for me because I had the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies have, they've just been doing a great season. Another thing too, they've been doing a great season, great job all season long against teams that they already beat. 11-5 straight up and against the spread following a previous matchup win against teams with a winning record. And then on the other side, this kind of shows another thing about the coaching advantage. The Wolves, they don't make the same adjustments after they lose to a team. They're 4-10 straight up and against the spread. And then also when they're scoring less than 100, they don't make the adjustments to come back the next game. That's just a clear coaching advantage. It's obvious. In a 1-game series, the Wolves can win a game, obviously because they have the offense to do it. But in the full 7-game series, Grizzlies have a clear advantage. I had Grizzlies to win the series, but I think they went out the rest of the way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see it, bro. I can see the Grizzlies. Like I say, I can see Wolves still trying to come out with something. Like you say, their offense feed off that home crowd, but full game, I can see it. The better team usually can win over the course of 48 minutes, and you saw it the last game. I mean, just me as a basketball player, we were up 26 and still lost. I'm pissed, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen again. Like even the players on the court, I mean, like, damn, man. They just that much better than us. You know what I'm saying? It's deflating. It is. I worry about their psychology. That's why I'm not betting this game. It's the same thing with Raptors and Sixers. When I worry about the psychological spot, I really have to stay off of it, even though it's still Wolves early, first quarter, first half, and Grizzlies full game for me. And that's the only way I look. Ronald, you had something else on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I talked about professionalism on the Wolverine side. You can tell, like, in the post-game interview, how deflated they sounded. Like a real professional player will come back and be like, yeah, this is just one game. I'm going to come back the next game, blah, blah, blah. But these guys were just deflated. Like, they didn't want to answer no questions. They just looked defeated. And you can't back a team in that type of mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's how the Jazz were. But But I'm with you on that. It's tough for me to back a team. Even though I have leans, I don't force plays, man. I found it. I'll be honest with you guys. I said that I wasn't going to go live today. I was just going to chill with my fam. But, I mean, I can't lie. I thought that the Mavs game was on Sunday. But found some plays. I don't think that I'm going live tomorrow. I got to get at least one day off, man. Get a real vacation. 777 people watching live right now. Ronald got the shirt on. I got the hat. I got the jacket, man. Let's get up out. Let's talk about some. I'd rather talk about some shirts in that game, man. But Smack City, us against the bookie shirts, Jay and the Shark, man. Go to visit jmoneyismoney.com, man, or DM me on Twitter or email me, NbaTalkWithJay@gmail. If you'd like to get a shirt, show some support. I know you guys been cashing. The bookie's paying for the shirt. I appreciate the support. Hey, if you don't want to get one, it's all good, my guy. You go and get a shirt, man. Show support. You don't have to wear them if you don't want, but I appreciate everybody that get them, that's wearing them. I'm wearing them every day, man. I'm not wearing the Jordan shirts no more. There's no more Jordan brand for me, man. I'm wearing my own shit. But let's get to some cash here, Ronald. What you liking on today's card? What we cashing with today on
you know what it is. We got the Mavs here and then also the Nets full game. Those are the two official plays for me today. I gave those out to subscribers on sportsmomo.com too, so giving those out free on the show today.
I like them. I appreciate you, Ronald. We always like to cash. We like to cash when Ronald's on every single day, man. My guy Andrew said, Jay, you should be on ESPN Daily Wager Show, bro. That's some big dog. That's some big dog stuff right there, man. But for me, I have the hat. I'm not in Dallas, but I brought it with me. I got the jacket, I got the shades, I got the hat, and we got Ronald. Let's get some cash here. Mavs plus the 6. Top play of the day. Smaller plays for me. Nets first half -3.5. Nets full game -3. Down 0-2. Max desperation. Max intensity. Home crowd. No, they haven't been playing well at the house, but also think the refs will be on their side as well. No one wants to see this game go. See this series go 4-1 or 4-0. I think this series is going 6-7 games for sure. So I think you might have a special ref in there to make sure that happens today. But Mavs plus the 6. Top play today. The Jazz cannot fuck with us. I think we got these guys figured out. We're going to the second round. I don't think the Jazz win another game in this series here. Take it for what it's worth. Hit me up, jmoneyismoney.com for shirts. Let's get some cash, man. Let's go 3-0 one time for the one time, my guys. Go follow my guy Ronald on Twitter @U_cappers. My guy Ronald Cobain. You can follow me as well @jmoneyismoney. Let's get some cash, my guys. Let's go.